Self-awareness isn't the upgrade you think it is. In cycling, there's this phrase, it never gets easier, you just get faster. And the same is true of self-awareness. Becoming aware doesn't make your life easier. In many ways, it makes it harder because now there's no longer any refuge in your ignorance. You can't unsee the autopilot nonsense running in your head. You can't tune out that domestic propaganda that once was operating your system, kind of putting you on autopilot. Once you take full responsibility for your reality, you lose the option of blaming external forces for everything that could go wrong or is going wrong. Small talk stops working as that anesthetic for, not really engaging in depth. Mindless chatter about other people no longer disguises the fact that you are the one with the problem, and you have a lack of alignment. Now you're kind of exposed. You can see what it is that's going on in your head, and it exposes your character, your conditioning, your stories, your narratives, maybe even your vices. And you can't link back into your old patterns, and you can't hide behind your old excuses. Now, if you are awake and you are feeling like you are having an awareness, an awakening, you have to step up. You have to be the success you say you want to be. You have to live the values you say you believe in. It's kind of like opening a door that you can never close again. And there's no relief in losing your temper, for example. There's no escape hatch for just blaming other people. And really, there's no comfort in playing the victim anymore. So it can be a lonely place when you can't sing along with everybody else's generic complaints anymore. And self-awareness also carries some grief with it. Grief for that familiar version of yourself. Grief for the realization that some people you've known your whole life will never quite understand you again. And this is the part that nobody warns you about. Once you have opened that door and you've walked through that door, it doesn't close behind you, but there's no way to turn back and walk through it again. The comfort of ignoring your inner voice is gone for good. You don't get to hide in the dark. You don't get to blame your shadows. Not because you're afraid, but because now you see what's happening in the dark. You see that your behavior, your character, your choices are creating the reality that you are now facing. And you have to face that. Maybe it's because you are a little bit afraid, but you're also afraid of the success that's coming, not so much of the person you've left behind. If you do feel some fear, you might only be afraid of what you're becoming. And if you are afraid of who you're becoming, then that's another set of questions that you need to ask yourself. So yes, self-awareness isn't a salve that you can just put on everything that you've done and solve every problem that you've had. Being awake, being aware, recognizing your flaws, recognizing the work that needs to be done isn't the solution. It's just the door opening. You still got to walk through that door, and you still got to take that journey towards understanding who you are. And you are going to have to step up. If you like this content, please subscribe or drop a comment or share it with a friend. I would appreciate that.